Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Puzzle, the CMU time travel puzzle hunt. I am useless Let's Play Princess. In the last episode we solved basic image editor. I'm actually going to get rid of it. If I need it, I can remember it. And we're going to get rid of all of these. So that way, since we're going back to the previous puzzles, potentially, then we have something that was a bad mistake. Okay. Needless to say, let's start downloading these PDFs and we'll go from there. Because, yeah. Yeah. And of course, you know what one I'm gonna start with, because I'm awful. I said I wouldn't, but I kinda have to. Oh, because it's too good not to. I'm actually noticing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think you do the, I don't think we have a scenes of the crime going back. Which is, I'm so glad about that, because, that's another one we wouldn't be able to do, because that was an on-campus one. Alright, so let's start with this one. You approach a familiar-looking hallway and realize that you've definitely been here before, or after? Whatever. You know you've got to disarm the grid of security lasers, but how? As you learned while turning the system on, the key seems to be the points where the lasers intersect. You try to remember the general structure of the grid, but things are a little different this time. Oh god, my stomach started hurting. Oh god, is it the allergy pill? It better not be the allergy pill. So I have my Google open. So it says it's different this time, and it says nixing the lasers. I assume because it's nixing, I still have to use X terms? Or let's rethink this. Because if I go back to the laser puzzle, the grids are small. The grids are really small. So my thinking is this. Because there really doesn't seem to be any flavor text, by which I mean any real important flavor text in the paragraph. As you learn while turning the system on, the key seems to be the points where the lasers intersect. You try to remember the general structure of the grid, but things are a little different this time. So, my question isn't things that start with an X. Nixing is to cut, right? To nix something is to cut it, right? Put an end to cancel. Okay. I originally thought it meant to cut, and my brain went, okay, well, what if I cut the X in half? That becomes a V, and therefore I should be looking for stuff with V's. Because while I don't know of any Brad Pitt film that has an X in the name. I can think of a Brad Pitt film that has a V in the name currently. Seven, which is a fantastic movie. That being said, I think where we can start is 90s video game console. Because if I'm looking for X, I'm fairly certain there was a system called the Lynx. Consoles of the 90s, 4th generation of video games. 5th generation, 6th generation. I want an actual list of along chronological order. There we go. I now have to scroll through a bunch of crap according to Wikipedia, because it's mean to me. I wonder how thorough this is. Like, does it have the consoles that only had the giant cartridges? Does it have the one that only had 3 games on it? It's gonna be funny as all hell. 1987 through something. With the Neo Geo AES, the Famicom, the Commodore, the SNES, the CDI, Sega CD, Sega Pico. I've never even heard of that. Laser Active. That might be what my grandmother had. The Sega 32X. That could. We'll put that as an idea. We'll put SNES too. We just want ones that are small enough to fit. 32X television, Super Famicom, Atari Panther, Amiga 3DO, Atari Jaguar, the Bandai Play. I remember that. Saturn, PCFX, I remember that. The Apple Bandai Pippin, I remember that one. Jaguar CD. The Toilet, according to AVGN. Nintendo 64DD, I don't even remember that. Dreamcast, new one. PlayStation, Xbox. I thought Lynx was a video game system. Atari Lynx! Why am I not crazy? 1989. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we're looking for small answers. Small answers. Gremlins character with small answers. Okay, let's get rid of those real quick. Well, there would be Gizmo. There would be Spike. That's the name of the bad one, right? Spike? Wait, Nixing is to put an N to. That's the last letter. Could it be G? That would give me Gizmo. Okay, Brad Pitt films. Fight Club would absolutely not fit in the list. 7 would. I say the halls look different this time, but the idea is still to try to fit it here. So the longest I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The longest word I can have is 7 letters. So it can't be Interview with the Vampire, it can't be Legends of the Fall. Fight Club, 12 Monkeys, Troy works. That would give me an O between Gizmo and Troy. Filmography, full filmography, yes. I want films that he's an actor in specifically. He's in a movie called Hunk. Okay. All these are multiple words. Contact. Oh god, Cool World is on the list. Kill me. If you actually like the movie Cool World, go away. Like, please. And my roommate likes the movie Cool World. I think they're crazy. Because if your movie can't decide between it's an ancient... Because I have seen Cool World. Oh, Snatch. Oh my god, I forgot about Snatch. Snatch is such a good movie. So we actually have some options for this, and that's kind of a bad sign. If you support... Oh my god, there's another one. If you support Cool World, allow me to ask the question. At one point in the movie, the scientist says that the spike is an ancient artifact. In another part of the movie, he says he created the spike. Which is it? You can't have both. I forgot about Fury. Holy crap, there are a lot of these. This might be a bad sign. Now my hope is that they all share the same thing. It's not going to be like, these two share an O, they go in this section of the crossword. These two share an A, they go in this section of the crossword. I'm hoping it is a standalone, full thing. I'm not going to put Vice on the list because he didn't act in it. He just produced? Producer, cool. Excellent. So there we go. There are all of his films. that are 7 letters or less. Still a lot. That's kind of a bad thing. What if I look up architectural hemisphere? I've never even heard of that term. Hemisphere architectural. I Google it and it still doesn't give me anything. Am I looking for projects? I literally don't understand what I'm supposed to be looking for. What am I looking for? Dubai? Is it Latin America? What the hell? What am I... Okay, whatever. Homophone of a... What does that mean? Homophone of a number? A homophone is each word of 2 or more that have the same pronunciation but different spellings, meanings, origins. Homophone of a number. Okay. So one. We have 2. We have 2. 3 doesn't have any. 4 has 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, no. I'm not going to put N-E-I-N down. Company with a 1-letter NYSE symbol. Companies listed on the NISE. Oh, New York Stock Exchange. Okay. With a 1-letter symbol. We have AT&T, Ford Motor, and I think I'm starting to see the pattern here. Gizmo, 1224, Troy, Contact, Ford. It's the O's. Mace. That is the wrong line, I'm now just realizing. We're with the same vowel appearing twice in a row. We can put tooth, that was actually in one of the previous puzzles, right around here. Or deer. So that actually does not give us any sort of hint. There are enough words with the same vowel appearing twice in a row that really doesn't matter. Unless it's something that's actually in this puzzle already. Citigroup can't fit in anything that we already have. United States Steel doesn't fit in anything we have. That's all of them. Meanwhile, the website for the New York Stock Exchange gives me a link for Raid Shadow Legends, because of course it does. Gas station brands. Chevron, Shell, Exxon, Mobil. We might have to use our handy dandy hint. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to use our handy dandy hint. I'm going to guess it's the letter O. That is my assumption. So I'm going to cover my screen. Puzzle looks really similar to fixing the lessons from round 1. In fact, noticing that the key is solving that is key to solving puzzle and will be a big part of many puzzles in round 2. I already figured that part out. In this case, we have another set of 8 categories. You need to choose a word for each. Each category corresponds to one of the categories from fixing the lasers, and when the categories are paired up like this, they will have one element in common at the intersection, if you will. Oh. I would have never gotten that. Never. I would have never gotten that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a poo-poo head. I seriously would have never gotten any of that. At all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I would have never made the connection. I would have... Because my brain's just thinking it's got to fit in the puzzle, not we use something. And I even see the word dome, and a hemisphere is a dome, and okay, yeah. Alright. So let's undo all of these. Well, I was right about the 4 and the Gizmo one. Just not for the right reasons, right? Oh wait, no, I want to redo those ones. Gizmo was right. Also, Gizmo is the best. Okay, so... Yeah, so that's Dome. I cannot believe that's the answer. That is so good, though. I would have never thought about that. I'm upset. I am so upset. So we're at the same letter. Okay, so 3. How was anybody supposed to figure that out? How was anybody ever supposed to figure that out? Plus, I noticed the majority of these were O, right? That accounts for something, right? So 90s was the Genesis, because... Okay, hold on. New layer. This one's done. Book in the Bible is Genesis. Type of fossil is Dome. Member of the High Five, that's Ford. Gizmo was a member of the High Five, so that one's done. That's the Book of the Bible. Company with one letter is a U.S. president. Gas station brand was Shell. So this one has to be homophone for a number. Word in the last sentence of this puzzle's favorite text. Of this puzzle's flavor text? Of this puzzle's flavor text. For now. Okay. Clever. Clever, clever, clever. Clever little girl. Genesis is the only 7-letter one, so that's kind of obvious where that one has to go. Genesis. Do I have anything that ends with an E? Dome. Okay. So Genesis and Dome are done. As my tummy does the grumblings that only human hands can satisfy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's got to be allied. If I cross out allied, that gives us... The only L is the word shell. So that goes there. I was going to cross that out in the wrong area. I only have 1 3-letter and 1 4-letter left. Let's plug those in. They're 4 and Ford. Therefore, this has to be Gizmo. And therefore, this has to be 3. I'm a little bit on a time constraint. We're supposed to be going out when people come home, so, and I still have to get all pretty and stuff for going out with everyone, all 4 of us in the same vehicle and stuff, so. Alright. No, what do we have there? We have a D. Where's the number? Oh, it's behind the E that I did, so. D, E. I was gonna be like, man, if this spells destiny, I'm gonna laugh. Oh. So far, right? 4 is a FS. What? Hold on. Zoom in. Enhance. That's a 2. That's a 3. EFI. You try to remember the general structure of the group, but things are a little different this time. So that can't be right. I mean, they all matched up perfectly, so what am I missing? Might need another hint. Once that's done, what do you do with these words? Well, if we remember the general structure of the grid, we'll be able to put the words in the same grid from fixing. Now, reading the intersections between the words. Oh, okay. I was thinking we just did the numbers again. That was foolish of me. Again, I do apologize. I'm not able to just... Unfortunately, the puzzle is a little broken out. The puzzle's over. During the hunt, clicking that tool would make the picture clear up, revealing the twist that these were your team all along. We asked teams to take a picture at the hunt registration. Regardless, zoom and enhance is the answer, so congrats on solving it. Wait, it would have been your picture? Each one was specially inclined for you. That is so cool. Oh, that's pretty great. That's pretty great. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. Alright. That's fucking awesome. So we get shadow people because fucking things roll. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. In keeping with security best practices, the results control panel is secured with a fingerprint reader. In keeping with investigation best practices, you have been given access to the database of approved prints. Maybe with some fingerprint research, you can figure out the less stealthy way of getting into the locked panel. What the hell am I looking at here? Lonely alternative to previous answer, rotating air. What? Cinematic mistake, thirsty, roller coaster maneuver, alternative to government. In keeping with security best practices, the vault's control panel is secure with a fingerprint reader. In keeping with investigation best practices, you've been given access to a database of approved prints. Maybe with some fingerprint research, you can figure out the less stealthy way of getting into it. Well, okay, if I zoom in onto them. Alright, zoom, enhance. Wow, these look... So it's not what I thought it was going to be, which was if you zoomed and enhanced into them, you could turn them into letters by the same braille as last time. So... And I don't think any of these segments look like anything. Like this doesn't look like any of the prints from this. And the print on that page was so small that I can't just, actually, okay, I'm going to do something, and it's going to seem really stupid, but I'm actually going to get rid of this so I can start getting rid of some clutter. When I solve one, I'll get rid of its previous puzzle because I don't need the previous puzzle anymore. That will have been used up. I think. I hope. Oh god, please. Alright, crossword dictionary. Give clue. 5-year plan. Wow, none of those fit. Awful. 5-year plan. How the fuck is USSR a fucking 3-star answer? How is Emily Blunt a 2-star answer? This website sucks. Direction is falsely believed to be hemisphere dependent. Down? I don't know. Closed to prevent legal abuse. I seriously have no idea on any of these. Pursuit of knowledge. That one's gotta be an easy one that I can look up, right? Philosophy. Evil. Inexperience. Kenya. Endless chatter on a range of knowledge of country. None of these give me anything. What the hell am I looking for? Why the asterisks? In keeping with security best practices, the vault's control panel is secured with a fingerprint reader. In keeping with investigation best practices, you've been given access to a database of approved prints, maybe with some fingerprint research. You can figure out the less stealthy way of getting into the locked panel. Alright, I might have to look up the answer to this. I literally have no clues as to how this one even works. You can't look up the definitions. You can't, 5-year program doesn't mean anything. Direction believed to be hemisphere dependent. My brain goes is down. set of knowledge in 4 letters. And why would the thumbprint move over unless the thumbprint or the fingerprint is supposed to be a letter? But how do I get its letter? It's not like if I zoom in, it doesn't go all blur. So how do I get a letter from that? How does it relate to this? None of those prints look like any part of this. I can't zoom in to get the bifurcations. It pixelates too much. Can't zoom in to do anything. It pixelates too much. So next time, I'm gonna look up a little hint. Plus, I have to stop for the weekend. But this one is kicking my ass. Holy crap. No wonder if I go here, right? You can see the numbers dropped off. 40 solved like each one from the previous ones, but this one, holy crap. 24. What does Print Job have? 27. 3 more teams solved that one than the previous one. 27. This one looks easy. This one looks fun. Time difference. 8 teams. Wow. 22. 17. 11? It's a crossword. Half of these are only fucking years. Oh no, they're not just years. They're presidential years. So actually, hold on. Now that I'm looking at this one, let me think. 2004, we had George W. Bush. 85. George would absolutely fit in there. Hold on. President, 1964. Lyndon. 1964 is 31. Lyndon did not work out for me. What if it's the loser? Barry Goldwater was the loser then. 2004 is 85. What am I at? 45. Holy crap. Okay, I apologize then. Next time, we continue with stuff and oh crap, I dropped my glasses. Real quick, what is the hint that I can get? The fingerprint images represent the strings loop, whirl, or arch based on the type of fingerprint depicted. Solving the clues produces the phrase closed hand, which clues the answer. What? Architecture. Is that down? Whirlpool. Oh. Again, never would have gotten it. So okay. We'll use those as a baseline. We know that's arch. That's a whirl. Once I know that's the hint. That's a loop. Alright everyone, let's just get right to it. I'm your host, Let's Play Princess, and this instantly opens up. So once you realize that there are 3 types of fingerprints, arc or arch, loop, and whirl, this whole thing opens up. Unfortunately, I decided to use a little hint system because I thought I was on a time constraint. Except, man, future me, censor this. But once you realize that there are 3 types and that you're supposed to supplement the word for the type, or the type of the word, like that's a whirl fingerprint, that's an arc or an arch fingerprint, this whole thing opens up instantly. Directional is falsely believed to be hemisphere dependent in a whirlpool. So we have the letter L. Closed to prevent legal abuse. A loophole. Now I'm not taking these answers, they're just kind of obvious once you start thinking about it. Pursuit of knowledge, not entirely sure. A 5-year plan. Not entirely sure. Cinematic mistake. Cinematic Future me, take that out. Man, I almost put fucking all these photos on Facebook. I love phones. I love phones so much. Great phones. I fucking love them. Love them. Cinematic mistake. What do you call a cinematic mistake? A blooper. Oh my god. I cannot believe I didn't think about that. So that's an E. Thirsty. I think that one's kind of obvious once you looked at it. And I think this whole puzzle should have been obvious because I think I even said in the previous video, alternative to government would be anarchy. And I mean, it fits. Look at it. It fucking fits. Thirsty. Parched. I don't think that one was kind of hard. Roller coaster maneuver. Loop-de-loop. Or loop-de-loop. Also known alternatively as loop-de-loop. So that actually should be that. Lonely alternative to previous answer. Well, if that's anarchy, the lonely version, lonely, oh my god. Lonely anarchy. Lonely version of anarchy. Sons of Anarchy is what I get. Cool. Rotating air. Whirlwind. So let's just take what we have so far and let's work with that, alright? Clearly that should be enough. Clearly. So we have LO EDHA question mark D. Only alternative to anarchy. Could that be monarchy? Monarchy. Wow, I can't believe I forgot the word research. Also, I didn't mean to get spoiled on that one, but, if it's architecture. Wait. Architect. So that's a C. And again, that's one I would have never noticed. But I'm already seeing what the fucking thing is. Hand related, closed hand. Which would make it a fist. So the answer is probably fist. That means this has to be an N, so this has to be monarchy. Which is why I wanted to double check without fucking getting spoiled by the rest of them. Yeah. So closed fist, which is, yeah. Which I just called. Before even getting it, so that's kind of sad. Cool, so we have... And I'm sorry that one was a bit anticlimactic, but it's also just to show off the answers. We're going through the puzzle hunt to see the ideas and everything. And think through it. I did not want to be spoiled that much, I just wanted to get the monarchy bit, but there's a help desk I can ask, but it's an email service, and like I said, I'd rather just do that for the meta parts, because the meta parts don't have a solution page or anything, while the rest of these have a solution page. Well, let's go to the fun one, right? Shall we?